I have been growing out my hair since my arrival to Japan. So I'm closing in on 8 months of not cutting my hair. And I guess it has some benefits. One thing is, it makes me look a bit more Japanese. Now, I'm not Japanese, I'm Asian American, I'm actually of Korean descent. But because of my Asian features, I kind of fit right in just with the physical attributes. And so when I came here, I had shorter hair, and of course, I would still blend in with the shorter hair. And it's only until I open my mouth and they realize that I don't speak Japanese that I am not Japanese. But I've always wanted to grow out my hair, and I've always kept it short because of preference and also just low maintenance. I would say more low maintenance than having longer hair. And I just felt the need to grow it out this time around. I just had a desire to do that for a long time, just to let it grow and just let it go and not really care about it too much. And I thought maybe a longer hair look would be a change of style from the same usual short haircut that I've been so used to for the past few years. And I guess it's nice to receive a compliment to say that I look like one of them. I look like another Nihonjin, a Japanese person, and I have received that compliment from many people since I've been here. So it is nice, and I guess that is a compliment, so I'll take it. And I would just say it's more than just a hair, because obviously it's nice to just grow it out, and maybe it doesn't look as professional, but this is what I just feel like doing, and I think I look good with longer hair, and I also fit in well. Uh, but to go on further of the point I'm trying to make is I am in I would say a mono-ethnic culture, right, where there isn't that much diversity. And so when I come in here with my features, I fit right in just physically. And in one sense, it is kind of nice because you do blend in. You don't really stand out from everybody else or any other foreigner or someone that is not Japanese. So you could just blend right in, and people won't really look at you for being different. And they don't have, I guess, a different type of expectation or perception of you because you just look like a Japanese person. So in that sense, it's kind of nice. It's only until that I start talking that I get exposed, and obviously they assume that I'm Japanese. So immediately they're gonna start talking Japanese to me, and then I respond with my little Japanese and with probably a bad Japanese accent, and they realize, oh, this guy is not Japanese and he does not speak good Japanese, which is okay. But again, there's that assumption, right, that I am Japanese. So I could go around without talking and fit right in, but until I start communicating, that they realize, oh, okay, this guy is not one of us, which is okay. But I like, I guess for me, I like the fact that I could blend in, that I don't stand out. So because I don't really like having too much attention on me, and it just puts me in a unique position because on one hand, like, because I come from a Korean culture too, there's a lot of similarities to the Japanese culture, and there's a lot of etiquette and mannerisms that really cross over. So I'm able to understand and pick up a lot of social cues that a lot of Japanese people uh, really show in their culture. And so, because I pick up on it a little faster, that also allows me to integrate myself into society a bit better. And if I were to speak better Japanese, even to the point where I'm fluent, then it'll be even more difficult to tell what if I'm Japanese or not, right? And but the thing is, like, their culture is so ingrained in their collectivist mindset that also what may be a detriment is they may have an expectation like of another Japanese person. So meaning like one Japanese person would probably have an expectation that this supposed Japanese person should know all the rules or should know what they need to do and the mannerisms and the etiquette and be identified with the collective group, right? The whole nation, the Japanese culture. But I don't, because I grew up in a Korean slash American culture. So I have a different background of upbringing, and I probably follow different principles than what the Japanese people do. And so they might assume that they probably have this expectation that I am Japanese and that I am part of the group and I will follow all the rules. But when they find out that I'm not, then I guess that assumption, that expectation isn't there. So it's very interesting to have that blend of looking like Japanese, but also when they find out that I am a foreigner, that I am a Korean American, then that expectation kind of gets dropped. So it's like on the outside, you still look like you're part of the group, but you're not really part of the group and you're not expected to do certain things as a Japanese person. So in some sense, it could hurt. But in other cases, it could be beneficial. It's like you're getting the best of both worlds, or maybe you're getting the worst of both worlds. But I like to look at it in a more optimistic perspective, and so I feel like maybe this is a benefit, or I like to try to use it as a benefit to me. That maybe the way I look, maybe I could fit in a little bit better, and maybe it's easier for me to integrate when I'm trying to speak Japanese, when I'm trying to be accustomed to their etiquette. It seems like I would fit in or ease into it a bit better than maybe people that don't have the Asian features or don't look like a Japanese person. Because you'll always have that physical appearance of like, oh, this guy is still a foreigner, and it might take a bit longer for someone that's not of Asian features to integrate themselves into society. So that's where I could really see the benefit in it, and also probably the negatives, because then, they'll just probably assume I'm Japanese, and if I don't abide by their principles, then they'll probably judge me as like a Japanese too. So that's where it could be a detriment. But from my own experience of living here, like I feel like it's been a benefit to me, just having the Asian look, the Japanese look, while also carrying like an American mindset, and then knowing that I'm coming from a different background. So it's a good hybrid that I have that could allow me to integrate into the culture a lot better, if that makes sense. But I don't want to go too much into detail with that, because that could be a very lengthy monologue or discussion, but I want to share that, and it really just starts with the hair, because the hair just uh, really helps with the physical look, the integration, I suppose. But really, that's the deeper point I want to make, is just, how my physical features and my background and how that has affected my integration with the culture, and for me getting along with people here in Japan. But I would say, with my distinct characteristics, I've I've been able to use it for the better.